Welcome back, everybody. This is Shifty with Garrisons, Changing the Way You Pay, episode 18. This is the 18th of August. We started this 30-day series on August 1st, just to prove that within 30 days you can make more than enough money or gold, in-game currency, to pay for your account with these in-game tokens. 15 days in, I was able to afford 2 accounts, or 16 days in, I was able to afford two tokens. One of which I purchased on the 14th, as soon as I sold my my first set of auctions, and the other of which I sold a stack of temporal crystals. The temporal crystals sold for, after the auction house cut, I got almost 26k. So that was virtually enough. Between that and the extra 11k that I made from selling all the other stuff when I made my gold for the first WoW token, I was able to, with the extra gold and temporal crystals, I'm definitely capable of buying another token if I want. Matter of fact, if you ignore the 30k that's on scratches, because that's my emergency 30k that I always store on my low-level toon that could walk into the auction house and buy a game token at any time, I have 41k on farmable. So not only did I make my game token, but I made 41k on top of it. So we're just going to continue doing what we're doing. For those of you who just tuned in, or this is your first episode, the building I'm in now is the trade post. This is your single-handedly most important building to put in your garrison. Reason being is, it collects more resources than your garrison cache itself, and B, these random traders that pop up. These random traders sell all the material items. The pricing is random, depending on the trader that's there that day. 4 garrison resources is the lowest that you will see anything. So I recommend only buying stuff from vendors that have 4 resources. So keep an eye on your stock. Try to make sure you always have at least 1 stack of everything that you need for work orders. And if you're running low, as soon as that trader shows up, make sure you get them. I usually use a full stack plus, a partial stack, if not a second full stack, in my Regent Bank. In my Regent Bank, my bottom row is just all the mats for my trade post stuff, so that way I cycle through it. I don't have any issues. Right now we're looting our farm. Or not our farm, our herb garden. The farm is the Pandaria thing. Oh, yesterday, it was either yesterday or the day before, I looted one of those podling pets off of these podlings. I already have at least one of those podlings, because there's different ones. I already have at least one of the one that I got, so I was considering selling that as well, which might sell for at least a couple thousand gold. I don't know why I'm running off here when I need to turn in my work orders. Don't forget to turn in your work orders. This is important. Obviously, you need to collect all the stuff that you make from the work orders. And I'm going through a huge lag spike right now. It won't even let me loot my work orders. And now I'm disconnected. Yes! It's my favorite thing in the world. Blizzard is not stable. You run anything with Blizzard, and it becomes unstable. Anything, it doesn't matter. I run a website in the background, Blizzard becomes unstable. let's see where it logs me back in, as in where it disconnected me. Now we're going to go ahead and get over to the mine. I like to do this stuff first because it takes the longest. I've always been a firm believer in get the hardest stuff done first. And we're going to speed this process up with a couple of miner's coffees and a mining pick. I personally prefer to use 3 stacks of coffee and 1 pick, because you only loot 4 carts in your mine, which means you can only get 4 things back. So if you use any more than 4 things, you're going to lose out and eventually run out. So I use a total of 4 things, 1 pick, 3 coffees, and on average I usually have a decent amount of, materials. It fluctuates a little bit, but those picks, those buffs, those picks and coffees, I'm pretty much stocked on inventory with them all the time, because normally I'll get at least 1 pick per. So as long as I get 1 pick, I break even. If I get 2 picks and 1 less coffee, it's not that big of a deal, because the picks are, here we go again, because the picks are more rare than the coffee. The coffee drops quite a bit more often. Move over to the second wing of the mine. There's 1 wing per level. So if you have a level 1 mine, you only have the 1 wing. If you have a level 2 mine, you get 2 of these wings. And if you have a level 3 mine, this wing that I'm in right now opens up. You generally collect more than enough of everything from your mine. You definitely get more than enough draining stone out of a level 3 mine. A level 2 mine, you pretty much break even. Level 1 mine's just barely enough to keep work orders going every day. In order to do this plan that I'm trying to prove, I'm using 5 garrisons. There's ways around, not using. There's ways to do it with 1. There's ways to do it with 2. There's ways to do it with 3. I mean, obviously 5 makes it a lot easier because I make a lot more gold. The reason that I use 5 garrisons is because I'm working on my 6th. My 6th garrison is going to give me my 6th herb. There's only 6 Draenor herbs, so 1 garrison for every herb was my theory. I wanted to be able to farm every herb that I possibly needed and sell or mill the extras. Now we're done with the mine. We're going to run over here and do the profession buildings. Quick recap. You can see right here, this is my farmer tune, farmable. My farmer tune is a herb gatherer and a miner. So the only beneficial building that I seen was a forge so I could smelt, which I don't even need because I get thermal anvils all the time. This building here, jewel crafting study, by far the most profitable building in the game. As you just seen, I looted 28 fractured temporal crystals. That's just over 2.5 temporal crystals. The temporal crystals are selling for... I sold a stack of 200 for 27k, minus the auction house cut. 27k for a stack of 200. I got a stack of 200 in 14 days. Now that those are done, normally we would open up our professions and do our profession dailies. But there's no daily cooldown for these professions, so we're just going to move on to our mine. Or not our mine, our farm. Wow, I'm losing it today, guys. We're going to go ahead and collect all our snake root from this guy. There's, out of the 5 characters that I have garrisons on, I also have my farms going. With this farm, I just collect cataclysm, or not the panda mats. The living steels is basically all I'm after. I plant snake root on 2 characters. I plant song bells on the rest. The song bells grow motes of harmony, which you will see later on in the episode here. Or if you've tuned into previous episodes, you've already known this. The motes of harmony I combine into spirits of harmony. The spirits of harmony I could avoid my daily living steel cooldown if I use 3 trillion bars and 3 motes of harmony as opposed to 6 trillion bars. Now, I used to not do the daily cooldown with motes of harmony, or with the living steel. I used to only do the motes one, but now I figured, I might be getting enough extra to where I can do that and then just do the motes at the end to burn all my motes. And at the end, I'll get a bunch of living steel that are extra because I've already done my 1 a day for the 30 that I need for my sky golem, and that was my goal, is to make a sky golem every 30 days to help pay for my account. Turns out I don't need to do this, but I like having the sky golem around. Right now I have an extra one in my guild bank. That extra one in my guild bank is for a web developer. That web developer is a guild member who wants to help teach me, or help assist me with developing our hordesupremacist.com guild page. And I'm all for that. I already own the .com. I just it's just not in development yet. But once I get, the basic features and the site up, we'll definitely be, recommending all the guild members to sign up on the .com, so that way we can have an active guild page, our own .com, not even some like guild launch or one of those other websites that assists you with a guild page. We're gonna do our own personal .com. We're gonna go above and beyond that. So we ran out of snake root seeds. I gotta fly over here to this vendor real quick. If I'm out on this character, I'm pretty sure that means I'm out on all my characters. So we'll just buy another quick bag here. We'll go ahead and plant these last 8 snake roots. Those are the worst, because you literally have to click them and run away. They're not that bad if there's only 1 or 2 of them, but when there's a whole group of them, it's kind of a pain in the ass. I guess when there's a whole group of anything, it's kind of a pain in the ass. I love when stuff doesn't work, and it's only the one button. It wasn't both of them, because the other button was working just fine, which kind of pisses me off. This is the fastest way to do this, is mount up with a flying mount. Just fly away. It speeds up the speed. And then make sure you got 8 growing instead of like some off one that you forgot. And then you can go ahead and hearth back to your garrison. And then we're going to go ahead and log out and log over to the next character. Next character being Shifty Bull. This is my main. Up until recently, this was my only feral druid, so I did a lot of help carrying guildies for gear and stuff like that, so I've never had any astronomical ratings on this character. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to say I'm glad and I'm this and I'm that, because I missed my 2K achievement by 32 points in an RBG season. I was quite upset about that, but you know, you live and you learn, and I did that in pugs because the guild wasn't quite developed because I was new to this realm. And now that my guild's a little more developed, the later patches in this expansion basically say that feral is no longer a viable character to have in an RBG group. Everybody wants to run caster.cleave. So Shifty doesn't get included in any reindeer games. But that's okay. We wreck face in arenas. Alright. As you can see, I do fireweed on this character. The herbs that you get on whichever particular character usually don't matter if you're doing multiple herb gardens. The reason that I like to do specific herbs as opposed to random is because I actually get to control. I take one variable away from the randomness. Is what happens is if I get a podling to proc, I know that podling is going to be the frostweed or the whichever herb that I'm looting on that particular garrison. So I can at least remove one variable about what's going to proc the extras. I personally think it helps. Some people may call me crazy, and that's okay. I'll support them. I am a bit nuts. I mean, you gotta be a bit nuts to do what I'm doing here. But I'll tell you this. This benefits me in every way. I wake up in the morning, before I go to work, I do my garrison stuff, which usually takes me about 50 minutes, 55 minutes, if I'm not streaming and I'm not doing extras and all of that. Excuse me. So I waste an hour of my time, you know, getting ready every day for my garrison stuff. And then the remaining time that I play, I get to do whatever the hell I want, which I'm okay with because I don't PvE. I don't run dungeons to collect gold and waste my time there. Think about all the old raids and stuff that you run and all of that for whatever you can get to sell and your mogs and all of that. Obviously, a lot of people do that as an income now because there's a lot of gold to be looted from those old raid bosses if you're the only person looting them. But I'm too lazy to even leave my garrison. You will never see me leave my garrison or leave my, other than going to my farm and when I want to leave to go PvP. But when it comes to farming materials or getting things that I need to make gold or any of that, you don't see me leaving my garrison. Matter of fact, I don't even have to leave my garrison to go to an auction house on my farmer character where I store all my gold and stuff. So I have an auction house in my trade post that I built with profits that I've made from my garrison from doing this. So you can see that it's really, really easy to make the gold. It's really, really simple process. It's just a matter of getting a couple of garrisons, having the right buildings strategically placed, and using them wisely. Using them to their full potential, making sure you always have your work orders in. It's very, very key, and I cannot stress this enough. Make sure you have a follower in every building that you produce work orders out of that can have a follower. Make sure you put a follower there. If you don't know a follower, if you don't have a follower that can go to any of those traits, all you do is look it up online. Just Google follower with jewel crafting trait, follower with enchanting trait, follower with skinning trait. Whatever you prefer to do with your buildings, make sure you have a follower there. The reason being, it doubles your work order production. This last patch, I think it was the last patch, Blizzard doubled the work order production on their own. Now with a follower, you're getting 4 times as much as you would have when you first started. So, this character, enchanting and jewel crafting, very profitable professions. The reason that I run enchanting and jewel crafting on my main is because it was my first character here and I needed to make gold. So with enchanting, I have my enchanter studio. At every character I have an enchanter studio because this is the most profitable building. Every character. To get my dust, all I do is turn in those those work order, or the garrison resources to my trade post, trader. The one that I'm targeting, nope, that's not him. It was that Crixel guy. Where is he? Well, either way, he's over there in the trade post. He had... When Pixney is there, Pixney is the vendor that I like to dump all my resources at. And that's when she's there. She sells dust at 4 a piece, which is the cheapest that you can get it. So with dust at 4 a piece, it's really, really cheap to dump your resources and have stacks and stacks of dust on all your characters. At least the first time that you have 8,000 or 9,000 resources and you're getting close to resource cap and Pixney shows up, dump all the way down to like 4 or 5k unless you are using your resources to build other buildings still. If you're using your resources to build other buildings, then don't dump them on materials until you're more comfortable. But yeah, I dump all my resources on dust when Pixney's in town, and only when Pixney's in town. And when dust prices go up, I have extra to sell in the auction house, and I also have more than enough to use on all my characters. Yellow brighter than gold. He wants me to do a crit strike talidite, which is really cheap to make. We go ahead and we get our jewel crafting bag, and boom, 245 gold. Do that on 5 characters as well, and I'm convinced in 30 days, with 1 character, with 1 garrison, with a jewel crafting building, and an enchanting building, and a trade post, that you can make your account. That you can... what's the word I'm looking for? Fund your account. I have a second account that I will be upgrading to Warlords of Draenor in the near future, just so I could power level my 85 up to 90. And when I get to 90, I'll go and get my garrison. I'll go to 96. I'll get my garrison to level 2, and then I will start another 30-day stream with just that character doing garrison. and I want to. I'm not even gonna. First, I'll do 30 days without streaming of just that garrison to see what I can get out of it with just a jewel crafting and an enchanting building. If I can make it profitable enough to make a enough gold to buy a game token, I will definitely do a 30-day stream on how I did it. And I can tell you right now, it's going to be enchanting and jewel crafting huts. It's going to be that daily, and it's going to be. What I'll do is I'll save all my bags, and I won't open them up till the end of the month. Excuse me. Yeah, so it'll be doing that daily and doing the jewel crafting or the enchanting stuff, keep my work orders up, and then making some things at the end, selling some materials like the crystals. And I'm pretty sure I'll be able to fund my account that way as well. So off to the farm. Now that I've been yapping on for 15 minutes on this character about what stuff you need to do and how you need to do it. So if you're tuning in for the first time and you see me going to Mists of Pandaria Farm and the title is Garrisons, changing the way we pay, don't be alarmed. This is just something extra I do. This is not necessary. I like to make a sky golem every 30 days. If I don't sell my sky golem, I use it as a guild reward. So on this character, we're looting Songbell, which are motes of harmony, as you can see. With the motes of harmony, we do Riddle of Steel on our Transmute Master. Riddle of Steel gives us Living Steels. Living Steels sell for quite a bit. Living Steel actually sells for more than what one of those temporal crystals sell for. I think last I checked, they were like 300 gold each. Let's get these suckers planted in the ground. We only got 2 charges, which means we gotta buy another sack of seeds. Sack of seeds. Take your time. And we'll get the remainder of these planted. Seem to be running real smooth here. I hope I don't jinx myself. Alright, now back to the garrison. We're averaging about 15 minutes per character right now, but that's because I'm taking the time to stop and narrate everything a little bit for you guys, so that for the new viewers that pop on that can see I want them to understand why we're doing what we're doing. So we already got our profession cooldowns done on this character. We looted all our buildings. We turned in all our work orders. We looted our mines, our herb garden, and we did our farm at Pandaria. On day 30, I'll do another, or on day 29, maybe day 30, I'll do another 2-segment stream. One of which will be me looting my garrison for the last time that month, or that 30-day series, and then the other one will be me crafting. You'll see me making how many living steels I make, and you'll see me post a bunch of stuff in the auction house. Then on the following day, I might do a loot everything out of the mailbox and show you what we made, show you how the living steel sold, show you everything like that. Post a sky golem. We'll post a bunch more gear that we've already sold a bunch of. We'll post all types of shit. The great part is with the gear that you make, you can make it right out of those garrison buildings if you don't have the profession. Like, let's say you have that jewel crafting one at all your characters because you want to do that daily, but none of them are jewel crafters except for your one jewel crafter. You can still make like the 640 rings and neck piece that you can sell. You just can't make the upgrades for them, and you can't cut the gems, the epic gems and stuff. But everything else you can do. That's another thing. I haven't even considered making any epic gems because of the cost of the materials to make them. But I could only imagine that would be profitable too. Alright, now it's time to plow. Mr. Plow, Mr. Plow. Alright. Get these bad boys in the ground. There's one, there's two. This is number 8 on this side. And then we gotta shoot over here, buy some more seeds. Like I said, I run out of one, I run out of all of them because they're all on the same cooldown. Ooh, we're gonna need to make some bag space too. As you can see, I've been sending all my extra herbs and stuff over to this character. So he's got a bunch of materials that the other characters don't have, because I only keep the bare minimum on them, because I'm only using them to collect. So for trade posts and stuff like that, anything that they get that's over 2 stacks, or over a stack and a partial stack, goes straight to this character, so I have more stuff to mill and things like that. Flasks to make. Flasks turn out to be fairly profitable. Especially when you're, you know, just collecting all the materials yourself without leaving your garrison. You don't have to waste time to go farm. You don't have to, you know, pay for anything. I'm not out in the world getting ganked trying to farm stuff. It just makes it so much easier. So now we're going to go to our garrison, loot our garrison on this character. Get over here. So remember I was saying earlier in this episode that, you know, it's really not significant to which herb that you have on each character, as long as you know, are getting your herb garden every time. Well, that really doesn't apply in this case. The reason that I made frostweed on this specific character is because he's my alchemist, and all my cooldowns, all my stuff required frostweed. So I figured instead of having to mail him frostweed every day from the character that I looted, I'm just going to have this guy loot the frostweed. And then that way it's already on him, and it saves me a lot of time that way. Oh, there's like no ore in here. Maybe it was just like late to spawn. Let's get our buffs up. Doesn't even look like I have a mining pick for this guy. I see it spawned now. resource pick. Oh, there I have 2. Now 3. Good. That one wasn't there. That one wasn't there. Alright, again, jewel crafting hut, every building.
What do you need? Go forth to victory.
What is it?
Alright, that's all done. Now I know I don't have any bag spaces because I don't have a bank here on this character. So let's switch over, we'll do the next one. Next one's my hunter. Try to get this guy done as fast as possible. Again, trade post right here, most important building. Look at how many resources I collect just from a day. Just from doing stupid little work orders like this. Start picking our arrow bloom on this character. first wing of the mine completed. Into the second wing. Third wing's completed, into the fourth wing. Or second wing's completed, into the third wing. Yeah. Pardon my yawning. It's early. Alright, mine is done. Now to the profession building as soon as I get the hell out of here. Oh, I never turned in my work orders over at the herb garden. That's better. Now to the profession buildings. Taylor. There's that enchanting building that I have on everyone.
Okay, okay.
And then this one is engineering. Oh, we're out of burnished leather. Or, I'm sorry, raw beast hide. So my farmer has the most. We'll go on him and just send it over, and I can replace it when the vendor shows up. Just go ahead and send a stack, because he barely ever uses any of it. He's just got it for work order purposes. It's more important that I have it on my actual leather worker. We sold some stuff. A belt. Oh, we sold a belt. On to the claws, or the shots. Shitty shots. Slide over to mailbox real quick. And turn in those work orders. Make sure I got all of them done in here where I ran out. And then we go back over here and do our professions. I don't think I did my professions on my last guy, which I needed to do. So we're going to switch back and do that real quick, which is really, really easy. I hate when I get forgetful. A, it makes the stream take longer, and B, I just feel like a dumbass. But you know, there'll be things that you overlook from time to time when you're running 5 garrisons and farms, so I'm okay with that. It's not going to hinder me from making any gold, that's for damn sure. All the mats I have sent over from last month's collecting of the farm. And then I take the extras and make living steel out of them. And then this month, I'll send the trillium that I need to do next month's living steel cooldowns. And all the extra this month, I'll craft and sell. It's just a constant rotation. It's so easy. Alright, back on the shots. And then with shots, we're going to go ahead and hearth to the farm, because we have to do that. Everything else here in the garrison is completed. No. Silly little girl. You don't need to be featured in the stream. Stop it, Roxy. buy some more seeds. I love when it lags. I don't understand why it's never consistent when it lags. Like, I'll go for quite a bit of time without any problems, and all of a sudden I'll get these lag spikes. It only happens when I'm streaming. I have 16 gigs of RAM. If there's anybody out there who watches this stream that understands how to fix that, please, I would love some tips. There'd be nothing more than I would like to have a smoother stream. That was wonderful. Back to the garrison. I'm gonna log back over to our last character. Last and most likely least, because it's my mage and I'm the worst mage that ever played the World of Warcraft. If you guys want to see some comical videos on how a bad mage plays a bad mage, please send me some feedback. Send me youtube.com or a horde supremacist. It's horde_supremacist at yahoo.com is my email for the guild here. If you would like to go ahead and send me any information, whether it be comments, concerns, tips on how to fix my stream feed, to make it, run smoother, or anything along those lines, I would love to hear your feedback, positive or negative. I'm okay with it, because without the negative feedback, I don't know what I need to change. Obviously, I want to continue to stream for you guys. I want to continue to give you guys some good information. I want to keep you guys, informed on how to continue to make gold. You shouldn't have to pay for your account with real money ever again. I'm going to be doing some videos on my feral build. I'll do some videos on me wrecking some face with my feral. I'll do, during that feral build video, like I mentioned earlier in this stream, I'm going to do a one-character garrison and try to support an account with a one-character garrison and see if I can do it that way. That'll probably be my biggest challenge for you guys. And if I can do that, I would love for you all to get in on that. At least, you'll just have one dedicated character to paying for your account, whether you play it or not. You'll just have your garrison set up. But back to the point at hand, or task at hand, rather. We're already an hour and 2, almost 3 minutes in. Yeah, I understand some of that was set up at the beginning, the first couple of minutes, and a lot of it's narration and me and stopping what we're doing, and plus the lag, and I had to relog the one time because I got disconnected, all that good stuff. It all adds up. But when you're not streaming and experiencing technical difficulties like I have been, this literally takes me 50 minutes to go through, 52 minutes to go through and get all done. Gorgon Flytrap. This character is Taylor. Gorgon Flytrap is a very common material for his dailies. So I just make sure that I farm Gorgon Flytrap on him. So once we finish up this Gorgon fly trap, we'll get over to our mine. We'll get all our ore taken care of. You know, if I could make 100K in 14 days, or almost 100K in 14 days.
You wish to speak? Winds be at your back.
You know, almost 100K in 14 days, and you got 30 days to pay for your account. That's pretty insane. You know, that's 3 accounts. Alright, let's see if this works. Good, it worked without having to relog today. Excuse me. Alright. Alright, here we go. This is the first wing of the mine. After the entrance, of course. This all taken care of. Whoa, wrong way. that's done. Now to the profession buildings.
Yes.
Alright, we need fur now. This guy's all out of fur again.
Look on.
Just a minor setback.
Strength. Be careful.
Let's see. Crixel's fur is fucking ridiculous.
Keep it real.
I'm not even gonna consider it. I'm so low on all my other characters' fur that I'm just gonna buy it out of the auction house. I'm done fucking around. Sumptuous fur. There we go. There's a stack for under 2 gold. There's some more for under 2 gold each. And there's some more for under 2 gold each. Frustrator. His name's not Frustrator no more. That's what his name was before I transferred him to this realm. Back to the blinks. Gotta get my ass to the mailbox. Got my fur.
How you doing, man? I need to get closer. What can I do for you? Stay up late.
There we go. Once again, this is Shifty with Garrisons, changing the way you pay. We just finished up looting 5 garrisons, getting all our profession stuff done, getting all our buildings looted, getting all our mines and herb gardens looted. The only thing I have left is my farm on this character. We're going to go ahead and finish that up. I apologize that this feed took a little longer than an hour and 15 minutes. It's going to be closer to an hour and 20. Maybe a hair more than that. I do apologize. I try to keep them as close to an hour as I can. I understand, this gets boring and people don't want to just watch me loot my garrison all the time. So once everything is completed with my 30-day stream, I'm going to have someone go through with me and make a highlight reel. And then I'll post a featured YouTube video with the highlight reel, so that way you can, just get a little clip of everything that's going on, and then, you can see the main points of this 30-day stream. I mean, 30 days at over an hour a day is quite a bit of information to take in, so I want to cut out as much of the bullshit as I possibly can.
That's still recharging. It's not ready. It's still recharging. I can't cast that yet. I can't use that item.
Alright, got it all cleared out.
That's still recharging. That spell isn't ready yet. Cast that yet.
One side down, one side to go. Gotta go get some more seeds.
That's still recharging.
Alright, that's that. So we're about an hour and 20 minutes in. Thank you for joining me in my Garrisons Changing the Way You Pay, episode 18. I hope to see you guys on later episodes. I hope you guys follow my stream here. I'm going to be doing a lot more informational stuff. This is just my debut, trying to get everybody on the path to paying for their accounts with game gold instead of the real money. I mean, I know $15 a month isn't a lot for a whole month, but you know, every little bit adds up. And if it's just a video game and you could do this, there's no point in having to pay for this game. If you have kids that play this game and you don't want to pay for their account anymore, all you have to do is if you play this game yourself and you don't want to pay real money for your kid's account, go ahead and do what I'm doing here, and you'll be able to pay for both of your accounts. I pay for 3 accounts this way. 3 accounts. It's not a problem for me. It's really, really easy. I recommend that you all do the same thing. I hope to see you guys on later streams. Please follow me. We're going to be coming at you with a lot more good information. We're going to do a lot of PvP coming up with the guild in the late night stream. The late night stream's a little more rated R than our morning stream here, so hopefully you're a little more conditioned to the language. You know, it's just us guild chat banter, and you know, a couple of friends from guild that are running BGs and Ashran and 2s and 5s and 3s and all sorts of stuff. But keep tuned in, check us out. If you have any information you want to add, or any comments or criticism, constructive criticism, contact us at horde_supremacists@yahoo.com. We have our YouTube channel. You could search Horde Supremacists for YouTube. You can follow our stream here at twitch.tv/horde_supremacists. And we got hordesupremacists.com coming at you real soon here. As soon as I get that up and running, any of you guys can ask for invites, comment on our forums, all that good stuff. So we're looking forward to building an interactive website for everybody to use with us, and hopefully you guys enjoyed the stream. Thanks for joining us. This is Shifty coming at you with Garrisons episode, Garrisons Changing the Way You Pay, episode 18. We'll see you next time.